Alright, so you're just gonna...
Yep.
Okay, so essentially, what happens here is you're gonna be kept to sneak to his room.
Yeah.
So are you just gonna sneak, just do that?
I'm gonna like in between kind of like going quickly and like low profile. If there's an area where I can't exactly go low profile, I'll just try and like blend in, look completely normal and average, like a bit like a
So you're
basic
just
son of
focusing
a
on
bitch.
getting there.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking around a bit, but that's like my character's gonna be slightly focusing on spatial awareness for
Wow, you're
once.
actually paying attention? Well,
Yes.
you wouldn't notice anything unusual right now. You actually you're able to get there fine, and there's been no issues, and you just walk in, because the door's unlocked as per usual. It's still a mess in
All
here.
right.
Looks almost the exact same, and it's just a mess.
So I'll head down into his
He's not
lab.
in there. You hear an explosion.
What the
There's
fuck?
nothing that's been destroyed or anything. You just kind of feel the room shake for a moment, and you see smoke coming from one of the doors on the left side of the room.
Um, doctor. Hello? Are you in
You
there?
don't get a response. Do you want to try and enter?
I'm gonna slowly like move towards it and then like cautiously
You
open
open
the
the door,
door.
and it just seems to be a kind of fairly empty room with something in the center that's exploded. And then. What are you doing in there? Get out! Get out!
God damn. I'm sorry, sorry. We'll just close the door.
I need the fucking medicine.
He comes out, and, like,
I
he comes out. Imbecile!
yeah.
Imbecile!
I apologies.
I cannot believe you! Don't enter rooms like that. It was a dangerous
I
experiment. What would happen if I lost my precious
uh,
testing?
Oh, that's what he did. Okay. That's interesting.
I do apologize. I didn't really know where
Imbecile,
you
did you not
were.
see the doorbell? Of course you didn't. You know what the doorbell is. Of course he doesn't. He
I
doesn't know anything. Yes.
I'm a poor, mostly uneducated
That
peasant,
you are.
sir.
Otherwise you wouldn't be here testing for my amusement.
I thought you were trying to
That
gain medical
too.
knowledge.
Now then, what should we have
Fair.
him do today? I don't know. What do you think would be good? No, that's my line. Whatever. Yes, come. Even though you're annoying with the... He drags you off into another room on the opposite
Okay.
side, and then he goes back into the other room.
Love how he's more annoyed I was in danger than anything
You're a
else.
precious testing sample.
I
He
suppose.
drags you over to the room you were in last time, whereas the other him goes off back into that same room that he just came from.
Okay, now to pick one or two.
You're not in that room. You're in the
the
testing room.
jetpack? Oh. Oh, okay.
He shoves something
Surprise.
into your hand and then bolts out. Sure, it
Can I look at
looks
it?
to be a potion.
Am I ready?
Wait. Let me get into position. I need to get ready to see what happens here.
Alright. I'm still standing after I drink this.
Oh,
Can I
sure,
ask you a few
whatever.
questions? Okay. and I'll drink it.
You don't even try to figure out what it is. You just drink it.
Because it wouldn't help,
You only
really.
asked what is it. You didn't ask what it looks like, anything about it. Ah, I love your character. It's so stupid.
Well, like, would it really help in my character's mind? It's too
Fair
high
enough, I
concept for
suppose. But
me.
now then, Drake. Now then,
There
Drake,
goes
after
Alchemist.
drinking that, it is time for you to roll. Spin the wheel. A D100.
Roll what? Oh, a D100. Okay.
Oh, the timing was so
I got a
perfect.
36. Very similar to my last roll.
Your last row was actually a lot better. So when you chug
Oh.
this fucker down, you
What does it taste like?
it doesn't taste like anything, but it feels like it feels like darkness mana. You didn't ask what it looked like. It
Whoa.
was kind of very black, very deep,
Oh.
dark, and bubbly.
So it feels like darkness mana, and I'm gonna like try and process that.
So you're just kind of standing there. It's just kind of sitting in your stomach.
I'm just gonna start like slowly circulating mana and like
It
keep
jumps
my mind
to your
straight.
mana. Like you can feel it jump into your mana and start circulating through you. Yeah, it doesn't hurt, but it feels like there's something moving in you.
Ooh, that's new. Should I be telling you what I
If you
feel
want,
through
it's not
this
like I
vibe
need
word?
it.
Okay, feels like was that
And of
mana?
sorts. After I was made of mana.
Feels like it's moving through me now because I'm circulating.
It-
and feels like it's semi-physical almost.
Can you
I
roll a
don't
D100
know.
for me, Drake?
Okay.
It grabs onto the
23.
pockets of mana throughout your body and tries to eat them, essentially. Like, it seems like it's trying to devour them. You gonna try and fight it or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Roll.
and resist it with like.
Essentially,
some
you're just trying to
means, I don't
control your
know.
mana.
Yeah.
Roll.
Okay, I'll roll again. 100.
So you stop it in its entirety, and you gain control of your mana again. It feels like you're just holding this stuff back, but it's still trying. It's like eating away like acid at your mana.
Can
You
I
want
try
it?
and eat it?
Roll.
Fuck it. Why not?
You try and fight
74.
back, and you realize that you gain some mana back, then you lose some mana. You gain some mana, you lose some mana, and it's a struggle. You're fighting to devour it, or it devours you.
I'll keep doing this, and like every once in a while, in my sea of concentration, just like, is it normal for it to fight?
You actually aren't able to say that because you're so focused on holding it. You're just thinking that.
Makes sense.
You're just
yeah.
thinking. You can roll again if you want. Unless...
99.
So you actually just start to devour it. Like, you can feel it weakening, and it starts to ball back up into your, like, stomach/spirit sea and just kind of hide there. You want to try and get it?
I want to try and get it, like
Okay,
finish it off.
Specifically, how are you going to try to get it? Because this is very important.
I want to try and capture it in my spirit sea, restrain it, and then break it down
With
to
what?
its mana. with my life force,
So your
presumably.
body, I see. Okay,
Yeah,
so you,
Oh god.
just
so it starts
wrench
to
it.
eat your mana actually that's in your body.
And I'm going to try and just catch it and then
Uh,
break it.
you realize you can't catch
Down
it using your
major
physical and
mana
your more
component.
physical energy.
I gotta fight with shadows then. I'll start going after it with my shadow energy then. I hope the life force
Can you roll
distracted
for
it
me?
a bit.
2d100s. So you're actually able
An
to
88 and a
force your
13.
magic into your spirit seed because normally your spirit seed is actually empty due to how your magic works. So you were
Oh,
able to
yeah.
force your magic into there, but you get it in there and you're only barely able to like restrain it. At this point it's gotten a lot bigger again and it looks like it's almost bigger than it was before after eating your fucking physical energy.
Okay, I'll just devote the kinds of just mental concentration and effort to just try and outfight it in this current
Okay, roll.
instance.
Yeah, go for it. 1d100.
1d100,
Okay.
61.
So you're actually able to force it back, but you weren't able to like absorb it. It's been kind of pushed back into the corner it was hiding in originally, but it's just sitting there like a ball that you can't break.
Just try and swamp it, pull it back into my body, and then eat it again.
Roll for me. 1d100, yes.
D100? 95.
You aren't able to. It's just sitting there staring.
Alright, can I just keep it in grasp so it never comes
You can
out
try.
again?
Are you going to
Or
try
let's
and like
just keep it
construct something
there.
within your spirit seed to hold it using your shadow energies? Okay.
In essence, like Spirit Sea Shadow Creation style, like
Roll.
cage art shit.
Uh-huh.
37.
It breaks out and it starts to go ham on the shadow energy you left there trying to devour it.
Attack
How are
it
you going to
again.
attack it?
I'm going to attack it with basically trying to penetrate into it and then almost take control of it this time. I don't even want to eat it now. I just want to suffuse my control into it. Break down its own
Roll
individuality.
roll 10d100s. Okay, you're able to penetrate it, but you're kind of just stuck now. And whereas both of you are just kind of sitting there staring at each other, you've spiked it essentially, made a bunch of shadow spikes and jabbed into it. But it's just kind of sitting there, and you aren't able to control it, but it isn't able to move anymore.
Keep penetrating deeper and deeper into it. Suffuse my essence into it until it is no longer its own individual
Okay,
mana creature
Drake,
of sorts.
roll me 20d100s. God, this bot is really average.
Yeah, it was really average.
Okay, this bot is not fun. Holy shit. Doing anything that's not a single dice roll is not fun. Oh my. Yeah, let's go into roll
I'll
20
go
because I
into
wanted you to roll a
Roll20 now.
I wanted you to originally roll a D1000.
That's a lot of dice.
Like it's okay for single rolls, but it's very averagized. It's not random.
So I'll roll a D1000. I got a
Oh,
407.
wait, are you in the Magic Sapphire thing? Okay, I need to refresh the page then.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So that's essentially basically what you had before then. I need to roll for it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh my fucking god. So you actually break through the fucker, and you're like actually eating it at this point. You wanted to try and take control, but it's like you're eating its mana again.
Just finish it off.
Roll a
Incorporate
D100
it.
for me. It actually
13.
tries to make a break for it, and it's running for your mouth.
Just jaws. Just shadow jaws. Snap
No,
it
like,
in
I mean, it's
half,
trying to
even
get
eat it.
out. It's up your throat. Roll a
Push it
D100
back
for me.
down. With Bix bodily and just spiritual strength. Did that roll go through? There it is, 39.
Okay, so you kind of force it back down, but
Oh my god.
it goes for a last-ditch effort. Roll me 3D100s. It just fucking
96.
breaks for it, and you're forced to spit it out. At this point, there just seems to be like a ball of shadow energy laying there on the ground, like unable. You want to
Can I
try?
grab it?
Okay, you grab it and
Yeah.
pick it up, and it just tries to run. Like,
I just kind of
um,
hold it
with-
there, almost crushing it
it
as hard
slips
as I
through your
can.
fingers. Because it's not a it's
Fuck.
more like slime than an actual entity.
Okay, if it's more like
Wait!
slime,
Wait!
Can I just try and ball it up?
Stop!
What?
Don't! He runs in. Oh, come here.
Okay.
He like kind of corrals it back into the potion bottle, and then just like pops a cap on there. Very interesting. Very interesting. I was not expecting it to be so violent.
I forced it out.
Well, like it escaped. It re-
Yeah, but it only escaped
Pretty
because I
much.
was about to kill it.
Fucking.
Was it supposed
Yes,
to eat
but
shadow
it wasn't supposed
energy?
to fight you. It was supposed to join you. That doesn't work.
Well, I tried to do that and it
Nah,
resisted.
it needs more work. Needs more work.
Whew. Definitely put my
Yes,
control
yes.
to the test.
Now then, that's interesting. Very interesting. Yes, you had questions?
I wanted to ask you, about how body works.
About how the...
More specifically, I had an idea for artificial joints that were supposed to work in tandem with the joints that a regular body
Why
has.
would you want to do that?
Well, my body has limitations, and even though I am a body cultivator, I can only progress so fast, and an idea I had was that if I had a second, bigger, better joint over mine, it might be able to generate more force, or I could store force in the joint.
Interesting. You want to do like those science boys, but with magic. That would be interesting. Very.
Do I know
You
the
know-
word science?
You know it's a fancy word. Science
What science
is
mean?
something you should not touch. Good.
Okay.
You don't question. That's better than most. Alright, yes, because you wanted to learn about the body. I mean, I'm sure you as a body cultivator should know your body better than anyone, though I guess you're still weak, so you can't really see.
I know how my body feels and how I need to work it, but I don't really know what's going on the
So
inside
you wish
yet.
to know, if you wish to know more, I guess this could be payment. Fine, I will teach you about the body.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point, he would just kind of drag you out of the room and just kind of sit you down on one of the desks, clearing out all the fucking like bowls of fucking food, like old food and shit. Just like waving it off, and they just kind
Yeah. I also want to make it clear he was basically just looking at me standing there,
Pretty much, I mean-
concentrating.
That's what you think he was doing. And he was in another room that you couldn't see through the one-way glass. You knew it was one-way
Yeah,
glass, but
true.
you knew it was like something that he could see through because he was watching.
Yeah.
So he just kind of, was just staring.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. I'll tell you this now. He could see everything happening in your
So
body.
what fucker has like
No, he doesn't have
special
special eyes.
eyes
He
or
just has
something?
made special eyes.
better?
Yeah,
So he just saw me trying
pretty
to
much.
stab
You were
into
essentially
him.
fighting an amorphous concept with magic energies.
And I won? question mark?
Surprisingly, yes.
Was I,
I mean,
not
there
intended
was-
to win that?
It was
Or
kind of a
was it just
toss-up, but there was a higher chance of something else having to happen.
I'm presuming him keeping me
Sorta.
from getting, like, completely floored. But yeah, I actually managed to kick
Yeah,
its
you
ass.
Once it ate your fucking body energy, I was very like, oh, he's gonna fucking lose this shit. And then it's just like, nah, fam. The fucker roll. You
Get
roll a
some
fucking 100 and the motherfucker like rolls a 10.
Just pimp
Like,
slam.
That was fucking funny.
Starts eating my body energy, and my shadow energy is just like, bitch, please.
Pretty much. Oh my goodness, that
Probably
a
helped my
little bit. The main thing it helped was
control.
actually you just ate a bunch of shadow energy.
How much
You
of
ate
it did I
most
end
of
up
it, so you
eating?
got about like 200ths of your mass shadow. Yeah, that was actually quite a lot because that was essentially a whatever.
Semi-sentient concept blob with shadow energies, and I
Pretty
ate like
much.
a lot of it, so I actually made just
Literally.
energy progress.
You weren't supposed like that had a chance to go like really fucking badly because yeah,
really
just
awry.
the protagonist energy radiating off you, Drake. Holy shit. The protagonist energy just coming off of Drake's body is like, oh my god, he cannot fail.
Oh my god.
It's true though.
Oh my god.
Ah,
My character does not at all realize just how much of a danger that
I
actually
mean-
was.
If there weren't other factors involved, it could just eat you and become you.
Yeah, like I feel like with a normal person that
Kind
would have
of.
just
The main reason why it was so easy to eat you is
Like-
because it was darkness based, but that also meant it had a high resonance with you.
yeah.
That's
I have shadow
it's more so
resonance, which-
resonance as a concept than just the name.
Ah, yeah. So I was resonating with it.
Yeah,
and
so it was
trying to
easier
eat
for it
me.
to eat you than a normal thing, though. Eating your body energy was kind of the thing where it just started eating your life force effectively.
But resonating with it also makes it easier
Yes.
for me to eat it. So net gain.
Yeah, and so now as payment, he's going to teach you about the body so you can actually get a decent diagram that you can understand. It'll take like 3 days, and he's going to give you other stuff to read, but that's going to be your payment for this.
Yeah, and that is more of a
Mhm.
worthwhile payment. Especially given he's actually a
As I said,
doctor.
doctor is less of an actual profession and more so a title given.
It's a
I
skill
mean, he has
set
many
he
skill
has.
sets.
I can tell.
His overall level isn't too high because he focused so much on skills.
Yeah, but
He really fucking
he's got him
does, dude.
going.
I was expecting more chat with him.
So I'm getting like actually taught how the
Pretty
body
much.
works.
Okay, that's kind of the Oscar event almost done there. I was honestly expecting a bit more chatting, but you just let him drag you immediately.
I mean, yeah, like it. I don't know how to argue with this man.
Yeah, there's
He's
like
so
2 of
energetic
them.
all the time. Yeah, exactly. And through it all, I would pretty much try my best to create like I would have brought the carved joint with me as the
Um,
showpiece
Actually,
and
you
probably like
wouldn't
a piece of
have because
paper.
the thing is pretty big. Like, you
Oh,
made a joint.
oh, it's kind of bulky. Oh, that makes sense. I'd probably have just brought a parchment then and then tried to show what I
Yeah,
meant
you
with
kind of
the
try
whole
and
thing.
draw out your ideas, however crude they are, and they look like some caveman like threw together a bunch of bones because you don't know. You just thought like putting bones together in this way because it would still work. Because one magic into if you actually slap them together properly, it would weirdly enough be a thing.
Theoretically, yeah. But now I get Dr. Oxiger to go, shut the fuck up,
Kind
this
of,
is how you do
kind of.
it,
He
bitch.
still actually kept the caveman aesthetic.
Fair.
But yes,
Yeah, so he gives me some notes, teaches me how more of
yeah,
body
he
works,
taught
which
you the
will also
basics of
help
how the
me in
body works and
general.
then gave you a proper anatomy book that you can now understand because he taught you what you needed to know to learn it. Yes, so he would
Damn
be like teaching you
useful.
that over a 3-day period essentially. So you have to sneak back there 3 days in a row. Or yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much Dr. Oxker, unless you want to take another pill. Oh, do you
Fuck
actually
it.
want to? Okay, pushing back the lessons.
Let's
Pushing
do
back
the
the lessons to
lottery.
tomorrow. Another one, you say? Oh, oh, come, 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 come. He drags you over to the room.
You know, given how you have all those combinations of pills in there, I actually had an idea for one of like 2 pills that I would think
And
about taking. Well, I was thinking jet black with white stripes or like jet black with red dots.
very interesting. What are you doing
Very
over here?
interesting. What are you doing over here?
I am.
Uh,
Remember, I am testing with him. Well, I got bored.
Well, I got bored.
Imbecile. No, you.
Imbecile. No, you.
Whatever, whatever. You can watch. Come, come, come.
uh,
He drags you over and like rustles through the pills before putting them out before you. Do you take the
all
blue
right.
pill? You take the
And
red pill?
Oh my god.
okay, so I'll roll a 1d2. 1 is the jet black with white stripes, 2 is the jet black with red dots. I get a 1. It's jet black with white stripes.
Okay, let's have some fun. He-
I can't tell if I still can't tell if it's negative or positive by your voice. It sounds like both. Just get on with
I have
it.
to do the evil witch laugh, okay? It's too much fun. Oh, fuck. So he
Okay.
drags you over there and literally throws you in the room this time, by the way. He doesn't even, like, let you walk in. He throws you
Ugh.
in and you land roughly in the center as yes, as
He's too
both of
excited.
them, by the way, when I say he, I meant both of them tossed you in, like they grabbed you and tossed you like how they, like a cannonball. They tossed you in like, no, not
Yeah.
like a cannonball. Fuck it, what's the term? Battering ram.
I'm thinking
They
how you
pick-
load a cannonball into a cannon.
They
or
picked you
like
up like a battering ram and threw you
yeah.
in, like faster than you realized. And he just slams the door. Alright, alright.
Okay, I'll stand up.
Come on, now let's go, go, go.
Come on, now let's go, go, go.
Oh, this will be fun.
Oh, this will be fun.
Is there something with this
No!
pill you know I don't? Okay.
I think that's the point.
And I'll take. I know
Uh-huh.
what a pill looks like. What's the texture on it this time? I feel like it should be more observant
So you want to try and
now.
feel the pill? It feels like there are
Yeah.
grooves, with the black parts of it being deeper than the white stripes.
Huh.
So you eat it.
And
It's
is it
very smooth. Like the
or-
white stripes are extremely. Actually, no. The white stripes are extremely smooth, whereas the black part has like a little bit of rough bumps over it.
And like just basic question, like ballpark estimate. How does this seem like a normal weight for like a thing this size? Is it heavier or lighter than I would expect?
No, it's about normal. It feels like a pill that you could pop in
Okay.
your mouth like no problem. Like you know how much a Tic Tac weighs? Like that much.
Yeah. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. That's just him going for his
My
pill
effective
box.
pill box, which is my Tic Tacs. All right. So you eat it. All right then. The
Uh-huh.
moment you put it into your mouth, it melts like cream. It tastes delicious. A mix of vanilla and chocolate. No.
Do I feel numb at all? So I'll just kind of like mull that over as I like slowly start like
No-
eating it.
yeah, it's
eating the
liquid.
liquid, I guess now.
Roll me a D100.
Okay. 79.
You would realize that the liquid seems to be separating. The vanilla tasting part is separate from the chocolate
Mhm.
now. Do you swallow?
Yes. I'll swallow
You don't
the
have a
chocolate
choice. It
first.
both goes down. Like when I say separate, it was like half
Okay.
and half on either side of your tongue, and if you tried to push one down, it would come with effectively
Oy.
at least part of it.
Yeah. Why do I feel like I'm about to like fucking chomp down on lightning?
Congratulations,
darkness
you guessed
energy?
it.
Oh boy.
So as you eat it, the vanilla part seems to go up your throat into your head. And your
Mm.
brain is just kind of covered in vanilla goodness. And the chocolate part goes down and
world?
drops to the bottom of your stomach.
Ooh.
Oh,
So one instantly passed the blood-brain barrier.
pretty
we just
much.
fucking
It just went
dropped.
fucking. If you just. It's like drinking alcohol. You know that feeling when it just hits the bottom of your stomach? Like that.
Yeah.
And then it feels like you have the buzz in the top of your head at the exact same moment.
Oi. That's
Yes.
terrific.
And so, what happens is the energies start to feel like they're rotating.
Oh.
So your head literally feels like
boy.
it's spinning, and your stomach is going the opposite way.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
No reactions.
I think either we're not paying attention.
I'm talking
or we're
about
just
you. You're not going to
confused.
do anything.
Oh, in character, I'm just kind of like, what is
It's a special
this?
treat.
Feels like my whole body.
Oh, that's good. I thought they would explode by now. Nothing.
explode.
No, as he says
Okay.
nothing, you don't get a chance to respond as. Oh my
Oh,
god, why are you
God.
so fucking lucky?
What is that? Wait, did I get lucky?
Higher numbers mean good.
Oh. Well, that's a really
The
high
thing is, I was
number.
rolling. This is me rolling for you, effectively. So essentially, what happens is the dark energy
Yeah.
starts to diffuse amongst your body, and the light energies diffuse amongst your body. But surprisingly enough, they aren't fighting.
Huh, so it goes down
Yes, the dark
right.
energy seems to like coat all of your your pathways, your spirit pathways, which are the effective, non-real,
Uh-huh.
non-existent yet existent places that energy goes through. Whereas the light comes down and it just kind of meets halfway and goes past each other as the darkness goes up and the light goes down.
Whoa, and my character's just gonna like feel this out.
Now then, things start to get a little bit more rowdy once they start coating each other.
Can I try and use like some of my own shadow energy to try and like keep things, for lack
So
of a
you want to
better
use your
word,
shadow
civil?
energy to try and do that, correct?
Yeah.
Well then, Drake, you just made the roll
So
go down
do
by
I
20.
roll or
By trying to
ah
use your
shit?
shadow energies, you actually strengthen the darkness that's going on in the body, inciting the rage of the light.
Can I restrain the situation? Can I have them all
Roll
calm
me a
down and go back to
D100.
diffusing? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Free.
In fact, you pull out, but you pull some of the darkness energy with you. And the light
Ay,
goes
Jesus.
ballistic because the balance has been broken.
Okay, I realize my character's kind of starting to get the gimmick. These two need to be balanced for them to not fight
Oh,
each
it's too
other.
late because now I'm rolling for them. The light is going ham and just beating the shit out of your spirit passageways. Your entire body starts to feel like it's fucking going to explode. Like you're being punched from the inside out.
Can I try and just get my spirit pathways under control and have things calm
So
down,
you're
at least
trying
with
to
my
use your
own
energies to do
energies?
that
Just
again.
get some mental
You're trying to come.
balance in here. I don't want to move my energies around. I just want to keep my soul
You can
stable and
keep your
balanced and
soul
calm.
stable, but it's kind of being fucked with right now because of the light energy. So
Can I don't know whether or not light energy is even compatible in here, but can I try and like I don't know how to describe it. Just how does
that's
mana
the thing.
cooperate? I don't
This
know.
doesn't cooperate.
Okay, can I meet it like blow by blow,
Roll me a
exact
D100.
force?
You fail to
28.
meet it blow for blow, but you try and hit it some, like you hit it back trying to match its force, and you hit it weaker. You don't like hit it any stronger than it actually is hitting you back, but that just makes it angrier. And it's
Okay,
going
time
fucking
to tame it
ham, by the way.
some.
Now it's starting to hit your it's basically broken through the coating of darkness that had already existed, and it's starting to actually hit your spirit passages and your like pockets of darkness energy along your body.
I'm going to try and resurge my shadow energy to just take back half of this
Roll for
damned
me.
system.
You fail
5.
miserably, and
Jesus.
it is going. Let's see. It is going so goddamn hard. Like you're actually starting to bleed a little bit out of your mouth.
Can I try and keep my body stable with life energy and make can hold on, you did mention that I could spend life energy to make spirit sea energy or
You
something
take
approximate to that,
years
right?
off your life force.
Alright. Let's not do that now. Let's just try and push back on this light energy and
Roll
get it
me
to
a
calm the
D100.
fuck down. And to make it clear, if performance changes any of this, I want to pretty much suffuse the darkness through the light, and then, with lack of a better term, just snuff it out in places
Your
where it
energy
shouldn't
breaks.
be.
Your pockets are breaking. They're starting to crack. Your body feels fucking horrible. You're about to throw up.
Can I just circulate mana as hard as physically possible?
Nope, you don't need to.
I don't know what that roll was.
Out of the pockets of your spirit, like your magic mana, a devouring force appears. And it just starts to suck everything. All of the mana seems to disappear into the into black stars.
Can I resonate with those?
You can't feel them.
Can I try and... I can't feel them. Like, can I try and
You don't
reach
have
out
enough
to them
control
or
over your
something?
soul, and you don't have any magic energy left to touch them. Because the thing is, you still have your physical energy, but that's on a different wavelength, essentially. So your body feels drained. You're bleeding from your mouth. Your spirit passages feel torn apart, like they're about to break. You feel just your whole body feels like shit, and you're on your knees at this point. Like knees, arms forward, like almost dry heaving. You feel like a little burp across your entire body, and then some darkness mana it reappears in your like pockets, covering the stars.
Can I feel
You
it
don't
out
feel
now?
anything.
Huh.
Oh, that was 10d1.
So I don't
That was
feel
10d1000.
anything.
That was supposed to be 10d100. Whatever, works either way. I just realized that. But yeah, you just feel the pockets of mana.
Can I?
Yes, it is
shadow
darkness energy
right?
that's in the pockets.
Is there anything left I can try
You
and
just
resonate
feel your
with?
darkness energy.
Okay, so do I have?
You have
energy
about
back
like
now?
essentially 10% of your normal cap.
Can I slowly, ploddingly try and resonate with some
As
of
I
those
said,
black
you don't
stars?
feel anything.
I know they're
Correct.
there, but I can't feel them. Can I try and start repairing these fucked up spirit
How do you want to try and repair them?
pathways? Pretty much reopen them slowly and get them working again by slowly recirculating the mana through
Alright, I'm just going to
them.
assume that means all mana, and you would figure out that using your physical energy helps them heal faster.
Yeah.
So I want to let you know there, normally your passages should have exploded, but you're a body cultivator.
This is why
Yes.
Strong is good. So I keep circulating the mana slowly, regaining, like getting the figurative blood pumping, getting the
At
system
this point,
back
Dr.
operating.
Oxiger and Dr. Oxiger walk in. Interesting.
Interesting.
What are these stars?
You should know.
You should know.
You ate them after all.
You ate them after all.
Huh. What do I?
Who
What do I do?
knows?
I
Who
can't
knows?
feel
They
them.
seem to
They
enjoy energy.
seem to enjoy energy.
They appeared right before your spirit
Okay.
streams
Right before your
exploded.
spirit stream exploded.
Under normal conditions.
Oh yes,
But I've died.
but I was here.
Did you do
Probably.
this?
Probably.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna keep slowly recirculating the mana and repairing these
You
fucked
see,
up
like in front of
pathways.
you, just like a small bag. And he just drops it there and walks out.
And I'm gonna like slowly, as I keep circulating mana and getting my everything ready again for activity, grab it and get back on my feet.
You want to open it up? Inside is 5
Yeah.
spirit stones and a pill. White.
What color is this
It is
pill?
just blank.
Oh. Oh boy.
I'll tell you this now, you
Ugh.
don't feel any elemental energy.
All right, I'll just try and walk
You
out.
fuck, your leg fails and you just kind of fall on one side.
This is a new feeling. I kind of want to take that pill
Do you
now.
wanna take it?
Or something. Can I try and get my body operating enough for me to head out of here over the course of like a bit of
No.
time?
You try, and every step you take, you kind of just fall flat. I'm just gonna. You would realize at this point, you're not gonna make it back stealthily like this.
Guess I have nothing better to do than to pop most of those crystals
Which
and
order?
eat that fucking pill. Pop the crystals first.
All right then. You pop the crystals, and you feel your magical. Like, you feel like you've gained a little bit of cultivation, and you're essentially topped off on energy, but your body hurts like shit still.
So after that, after one of those. I'm
Okay, so you
just
don't
gonna
take
the
all of them
pill.
first. That's fine. So you take one of them. You feel like your energy's restored quite a bit, but it's still a bit droopy. And your body still hurts like shit. You take the pill. Your body just starts feeling better instantly. You can literally feel your body healing real time.
Guess
you-
this
you-
is what.
You can
this is
feel
what
this.
medicine is.
You can feel the energy of the pill going throughout your body. You can feel it moving.
All right. Guess back in action.
I was hoping you would channel it. Oh well, just for note for next time, channeling the pills make them more effective because if you control the healing energies, it doesn't just go randomly everywhere.
Once I realize it starts healing, I would try and help
At this
along
point,
the
it's already
process,
like
but yeah.
3/4 of the way through, so you focus some of the energy onto your pretty much spirit passages, and it heals a lot faster than your. They still hurt a bit, but they're effectively good. Huh?
Guess that's what medicine is.
Yes, and it
Holy
helps
fuck.
that you're also a tier 1 person, so that low grade medicine was still super effective.
Yeah. So, guess
Mhm.
I'm heading back now.
You do that, and you just kind of see Dr. Oxiger tinkering on something over there. Just one of them. You don't see the other Dr. Oxiger.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Sure,
Can I
roll
look at
me a
what he's
D100.
tinkering? Okay, give me a sec.
It looks like it's
19.
metal and it's sharp.
For once, I'm gonna ask someone a question. I just kind of look at it for a second and say,
Ah,
what is
you
that?
must know. It's a magic sword.
Oh,
Yes, yes, now
that's
don't
cool.
bother me now. It's final touches.
Okay, so I'll just slowly start just walking out.
Ah, there, yes, yes. And it just kind of glows brightly.
What does it do?
He turns around and rolls his eyes at you. Well, obviously, it doesn't do anything yet. This is barely a base. But
Huh.
I guess most modern makers of weapons would consider this a failure. They wouldn't even understand the complexities behind making a true weapon. Single layers.
Do you make a vessel and add more?
No, 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 no. You see, this thing right here, it's a sword made out of star metal, good material, fairly uncommon, not terribly hard to get for us, but it's made of star metal and it has a basic spirit gathering formation on it. By using this, I can create a good base that allows it to have higher tiers of magic applied to it, as well as layer it on top of one another.
Oh, so you can put better magic and additional layers of it on and cause
Simple
more
enough,
and
but
better
yes.
effects? That's
Hey,
really impressive.
he like points his nose up into the air and like takes a pose.
And I just kind of like note that stuff down. My character doesn't think he's ever gonna be smart enough to use any of that. He also doesn't really plan to, but
Mm.
he's taking note of it anyway.
So, do you just like walk out at this point?
Uh, as I'm about to walk, I'd actually say, forgive a stupid question, Mister, but what's a
Oh, it's
formation
simple.
exactly?
It's a complex set of runes that allow for more and more complex forms of magic to be done throughout a single area, item, or object by channeling magic through it, or having it so that way there's a power source that can be used with it.
Could you do the same with arts or techniques,
Formations, yes.
theoretically? Huh, thank
Can
you.
you roll me a D100
And I
real
just
quick,
walk
Drake?
out. Okay.
You actually understood most of what he
89.
said. Like when he made that
Huh.
sentence, you were able to actually understand the basic concept behind it and what it really meant.
Okay. Useful
Hmm.
concept, actually. Especially because things can be prescribed meaning that aren't just there on their own, and if you combine them and use them in fashions, you are able to do things that you wouldn't normally be
Yes.
able to do.
Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the Oscar event there, but that was fun.
That was a
Whenever I
long
do an
event.
event, it's
Jeez.
long normally. The only reason why yours was so short, Jack, was
It was a
because
nice event,
holy
though.
fuck, were you just in a bad spot. You did. I
I just
felt
got
kind of bad
massacred.
afterwards, but
So overall, like, are the black
That's alright.
stars still
you don't
there?
fucking know.
By the way,
No,
I
they're in the
can't
middle of
cannot
your
see them.
darkness magic. They're at the bottom.
Oh Jesus! What
You
the
don't
fuck is that gonna
know.
do long term?
I,
Oh,
What I have a feeling there's now gonna be a thing that eats light
it
magic in
doesn't
there
just eat
somehow.
light
Drake has
magic.
Shadow Stalkers now.
What the f?
You
Is it
don't know. That's the
symbiotic? I
point.
don't
Have
know.
fun.
Drake has
Kind of.
Shadow Stalkers now.
I mean, Drake,
Shit.
do you know where they came from?
It came from inside the spirit vessel,
What do
right?
you mean by the spirit vest? Oh no, that thing? No.
The
Well, no, like
passages?
how do you
No?
think they got there?
Like I assume it was in the pill.
Which pill?
Wait a second. Is it that potion I took and the residue ended up like eating all that extra mana?
Drake, what was the last pill you took?
The last pill I took was the numbness pill, and no, the last pill I took. Oh, the pill I took was a numbness pill, and the last potion I took
What
was
did the
the
numbness
weird
pill
shadow
look
entity.
like?
It was jet black with white dots, if I remember, white stars. Ah!
I love how I break Drake.
The last pill I took was jet black with white stars.
I would need to
Jack.
double check, but it was a pill with stars.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was jet black with white stars.
So what does that mean?
And I now have black stars in my fucking energies.
Oh.
You finally figured it out. Or,
It,
Drake,
but the numbness one just made me numb for a while, and I
the
circulated
numbness
shit ton
one
of mana.
made you really numb in your body.
Was it? I noticed that before you did, Drake.
Drake, remember the
Because Dr. Oxiger is incredibly confusing.
Drake,
and
remember that
distracting.
last roll I had you do at the end of the event? That was to see if you noticed the
Yeah.
stars settling in your spirit.
So it made my body numb. I doing something, I'm presuming. Then it settled
Well,
into
the
my
stars
spirit,
settled in.
and now, yeah. So
Yeah.
what would
Pretty-
that?
That's a great
doing,
question,
uh,
Drake. You're gonna have to.
I mean, it was beneficial last time.
And this time, it saved your
It doesn't
life.
seem to be. Yeah, it seems beneficial.
Oh, I love your reaction when you fucking put two and two together and you just go ah. Oh my god, that was so good.
God, fuck.
Oh my god, like that was just so good, Drake.
So
But
by
yeah,
the way,
so it's beneficial. I just don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck's going on. Because saved my life, also helped me train body stuff. Rad.
Well, I mean, it wasn't what trained your body, but it was part of it.
Well, yeah, but it helped.
are you excited to like lose dwarves to
Oh
being
my-
lost in the twisting
Oh,
and
no.
turning caves?
I don't really care about the caves.
Okay.
Or honestly